I wonder if when somebody dies, do they see God? Right at that last moment of life, after the curtain of acceptance drops over the stage of eternal struggle, right before the lights cut out, do they see God? Just to tell them why they had to die. I wonder if God was standing by my little brother's side, persuaded him to go in those rapid river currents knowing that he couldn't swim. Temporarily calming the waters to let him know that it was safe. I wonder what was going through my little brother's mind the exact moment he realized he swam too far. When he reached out his hand and he called for his friends, but the only sound that came out was a muffled gurgle. I wonder if God was covering his mouth. I wonder if God was holding his feet. I wonder if God was holding my little brother down as he drank in that deadly cocktail of river water, panic, and exhaustion that turned his lungs into water balloons, bursting in his chest and flooding his body with that essence of life that was used to take one away this day. They said it was the undercurrent, but I wonder if it wasn't God himself embracing my brother with his loving compassion so tightly under the surface, there was no way that he could struggle, trying to calm my brother by holding him under and saying, "Don't worry, my child, this is just your baptism into my kingdom, and your big brother needs you." I wonder if God was sitting by my older brother's side as he contemplated his decision on whether or not to tell his family that he had cancer, giving them visions of our tearing faces to let him know that it wasn't a good idea. I wonder if those tumors that spread through my brother's brain like yeast through dough, causing him to be delirious and hallucinate, weren't really just little bubbles of heaven that allowed my brother the glory of what was soon to come. I wonder if God was sitting by my older brother during his final twitches of physical pain. They said it was his body shutting down, but I wonder if it wasn't God himself whispering secrets into my brother's ear as he jumped with delight each time he heard, "Don't worry, my child, this is just your password into my kingdom, and your sister and your nieces need you." I wonder if God was standing by George Zimmerman's side as he forged hatred into each bullet that he loaded into his weapon. I wonder what was going through George Zimmerman's mind as he forced that bullet of hatred and malice deep into an innocent chest and only love poured out. They said it was because he was wearing a hoodie, but I wonder if it wasn't God himself crying down tears of injustice onto Trayvon's head that caused him to pull it up that night. I wonder if God was watching as the police pumped round after round after round after never ending round into the unarmed body of 23-year-old Sean Bell, the unarmed body of 19-year-old Ramarley Graham, and the unarmed body of 18-year-old Kendrick McDade. They said it was because they thought they had a gun, but I wonder if it wasn't God himself giving these boys an itch they just had to scratch for the sake of their people, because maybe when God looked down at their puddles of blood, he saw the same love that Christ himself shed while he was hanging on the cross, and while consoling these victims of hypocritical justice in their final moments of gurgling bloodshed, maybe, just maybe, he told them, "Don't worry, my children, this is just your crucifixion into my kingdom, and the entire world needs you." I wondered why they had to die. Now, I may not have all the answers that I've been searching for, but I do have the lessons that I've learned from the loss of each life. And whether that death be as close as a brother born from the same womb, or a scream of injustice from 10,000 miles away, the lessons are still the same. And that's to love more for those who hate, live more for those who can't. And the most important lesson, that through it all, no matter what happens and how much you are appalled, always trust in God. Thank you.